Well, hi Pisces, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for February's reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So, Pisces, let's find out what you can expect to come up in your life. February 2022. Pisces. Wow. Changes are taking place. Pisces. Okay. The overall energy here is the Sun. This is fresh starts, new beginnings with lots of love and joy. One of the best cards in the whole deck, surrounding your entire reading. So let's read on. Let's find out why the Sun surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Three of Wands. Well, holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. Looking out over the world. Look, there's three ships. I don't know if you can see them. There's three ships out there in the ocean. You're waiting for your ship to come in. You're wondering if it's out there and if it's coming in. Fresh starts and new beginnings, waiting for your ship to come in. I think it's coming in. Next to the Three of Wands is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you've got, like, you want a solid, you want a grounded and secure and stable person coming in on that ship. See the ships out there? They're bouncing around. So you kind of have your ups and downs, like, yeah, it could happen, and one day, and then the next day you're like, nah, it's never going to happen. And the next day you're like, well, maybe, you know. So you've been on this, like, this roller coaster ride as far as believing that your ship is out there and can come in. Well, it looks to me like it is coming in. It looks like this confusion is going to come to an end. I feel like you've been waiting for your ship to come in, and while you've been waiting, you've been focusing on yourself. You've been building your own security, your own stability. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So really focusing on your work and your life is what you've been doing while you've been going through these ups and downs about whether or not there's somebody out there for you that could come in and bring lots of love and joy into your life. I have the King of Swords right under the Three of Wands. So Pisces, this is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or strong in someone else's chart around this reading. But the King of Swords, you are in self-defense. It's like you are going to hold true to yourself. You're going to keep your sword up. You're not going to let just anybody come in off a ship, okay? You want your special ship to come in, and you're going to be in hyper awareness about who does approach you because you are seeking the Sun, and you're holding out for it. On the other side of the Sun is the Wheel of Fortune. The universe is involved. This is a very powerful card. The wheel is turning, and it's, you know, you've kept your nose to the grindstone. You really, it's like you've been minding your own business. You've just been hoping for, you know, someone special to come into your life. This is the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel for the better. And once that wheel gets started, you can't stop it. You can slow it down sometimes, but you cannot stop it. You're moving towards a better place in your life, whether you like it or not. And it looks to me, since it's right next to the Sun, that you have a fresh start, a new beginning coming in. I think your ship's coming in. I think that's what this reading is all about. I have the Nine of Wands under the King of Swords. The Nine of Wands, this is feeling worn out. It's like all these fresh starts, new beginnings that I don't think panned out. Maybe all these hopes of fresh starts and new beginnings, see that you're holding on to here. It's like you almost give up. You got these highs and lows. It's like, nah, I just don't want to, or it's not going to happen, and then one day you kind of feel like, yeah, I think maybe it could happen, you know, my hopes are higher today. So I feel like this, you just kind of come to your wit's end, kind of worn out, so your sword goes up. In self-protection, you're like, you are not settling for anything less than what you want, because you're tired of this feeling of the Nine of Wands. I have the Eight of Cups next to the Nine of Wands. There has been walking away. You've had to walk away from love. Maybe somebody has walked away from you from love. But this is like turning your back on love because you've been so worn out. But the thing is it's right below the sun. So, you know, even this is probably good you walked away. This is probably telling us here that getting to this point, actually walking away from love, was probably the best thing you've done for yourself to allow this other energy, which I'm calling your ship, to come in. I have the Tower card next to the Eight of Cups, and under the Wheel of Fortune. You know, this is the destruction of, okay? So the destruction of love, of what you walked away, or someone did, and you just got to this point where you almost don't even believe in love anymore. You don't believe that it may happen to you. But the thing is, without these energies right here, the Wheel of Fortune probably could not start to turn, because it was holding you back from what you really want. And now I think the doors are like wide open, and your ship can now come in. Let's take out the second part of this reading for our Pisces people. Wow. Pisces, February for Pisces. There's Pisces. One of the cards for Pisces. Oh, yeah. Okay, so up here in your highest energy is the Five of Cups. I call this the card of hope. Right now, as you're focusing on working and building your own pentacles, your own security, you're very disappointed in love, and I can see that down here. But the thing about this card is there's two full cups right behind this figure. So I think what you're going to be doing is turning around and seeing the hope in love. You know, even though you're very confused about it, you're going to turn around and see the hope in love. And I think, so you've been in this state here of not moving forward. All you've been doing is focusing on yourself. It's like building your own pentacles. You haven't been moving forward really, just kind of stagnant. I think that you are going to be moving forward once you turn around and see the hope and love, because there's somebody coming in on a ship. And I know that I have lots of communication. Now, this ship may come through communication. This is back and forth texting, emails. This could be online. This can be social media, something like that, through the airways. But it looks like it's back and forth, back and forth. I think this is going to help free you. I think this is how you're going to meet whoever is your ship coming in. Right under the Five of Cups and next to the Wheel of Fortune is the Page of Cups. So this can be a card for Pisces because there's a fish in the cup. This is what you are looking at right here when you're looking at spilled cups. You've been getting these cups that have something else in them, so there's not enough room for love for it to last. So that's why you're so disappointed. You've actually sought, advice from the universe about your path forward, because I have the Hermit here. Because you've been stuck and you're wondering, it's because you don't know your path forward. So you just decide to focus, just stay right there doing what you're doing day after day. I have the Hermit here, card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the Hermit, this is the universe. I mean, you do spend time alone. You do spend time here wondering what your path is forward. Even while you're working, you're probably thinking about it. So the Hermit is here. They hear you. The universe hears you. And they're shining a lantern on. Yeah, they know you've been getting these Page of Cups, you know, these cups that don't pan out, that don't last. They know that you've been stuck and not moving forward here. They're also telling us that you are going to be moving forward. It's kind of a slow process because you're moving away from these rocky waters that are down here and up right here, and you're moving towards smoother, calmer waters in your life. And you're doing that by picking up all these swords of truth and clarity, pushing the boat with a pole. So it does take some work and patience and time. So while you're doing that, it's like you're having these conversations with someone. And I think you're discovering that it might be possible. You're discovering a lot of truth about why you were in these other relationships, about why they weren't working out. And, you know, I feel like this other person that's coming in, the two of you might have a lot in common to talk about this way. Under the Page of Cups, I have the Ten of Pentacles. This is all about union between two people, security, stability, groundedness, commitment. There's extended family, there's pets, there's a child. This is a family, very family-oriented card. No, you could not do that. You couldn't. You were having trouble reaching that point. You want it, but you were getting the Page of Cups, and you've had to walk away from non-serving love relationships, or someone else has walked away, either way. So next to this Ten of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. This is what you've been receiving. The Hermit knows that. The universe knows that you've been breadcrumbed in your relationships. People have come in and they've just offered enough to keep you barely afloat until it falls apart. So the breadcrumbing was keeping you back from moving forward, keeping you stuck in kind of relationships, a little bit of hope here and there, here and there. And next to this breadcrumbing here is the Three of Swords. So there could have been, you could have had third parties. I know you've had heartbreak. That's the main thing. I don't see any other cards of third parties, but I do see failed relationships down here. And you weren't getting what you were really seeking from them. So you had a lot of heartbreak to go through. And so it's hard. It's slow moving forward and gathering up your truth and clarity about, you know, where mistakes have maybe been made in choosing the ones that you want to love or go towards love. But according to this reading here is never fear, because joy, love, fresh starts, new beginnings with the help of the universe, and you can't stop it. It's bringing your ship in. You're moving towards it. You're moving towards it, but it's been a hard go of it, but you're moving towards it. Let's look and see. And I think it's all going to start with conversation. I really do, back and forth somehow. It might be through social media. It could be anybody. It could be someone calling you, say, hey, there's somebody I want you to meet, you know. So, but I think it all starts with a phone call or something through the airways, text, something like that. What's underneath here, Pisces? Ooh, okay, the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a soulmate card. I think whoever's coming in, you've known before, from maybe childhood, okay. This is a very sweet card. This is the only cup that's allowed to have something in it, and it is a flower, so it's very sincere, it's very sweet. So here you are working and focusing on yourself, and I think maybe you're thinking about someone from the past. You could be, where this card falls, but I believe this soulmate is behind you. This soulmate is in one of these cups. They're not part of the spilled cups here. So I really didn't expect that. I figured it was someone you didn't know, but it might be someone you already know, maybe. They're definitely a soulmate, and it's going to be a very sweet relationship. So Pisces, this is your reading, and thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.